Okay, so the first benefit they have for you is your child safe ID kits. Now these are crucial because they have to deal with our children's safety. Most of the families I sit down with tell me that what they fear the most is child abduction. So we've all had that feeling. We turn around and look and they're not there. And then they come running back and everything's fine. But what people fear the most is, would I have the right documentation to get into the hands of the authorities to get them found? And this document takes care of that. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill out parts of this in pen and parts of this in pencil. The things that are updatable you want to fill out in pencil. So you're going to take this kit right here. You're going to fill out their name right here, the date and the month that you do this. You're going to open it up. All their information goes right here. Their physical description. This is where you're going to list any scars or birthmarks or whether they wear glasses. Right here, you're going to attach a DNA sample. You're going to pull out a little hair with the little white tip for the root. You're going to tape that right here. Fingerprints, you're going to go left to right so there's no smudging. Here's where you'd attach a photo. We tell families to update this every 6 months. Usually when the clocks change is a good time to do that. On the back of this is where we teach our kids about stranger danger and 911. I tell each family I sit down with to have a password and a code word. Like, password could be celery, so if you send a friend to pick them up from school, they can say, hey, your mom sent me, and the password is celery. Then they know everything's okay. Now, we sat down with the International Union of Police Associations, and we promised that we'd get this out to 100% of the community. Now, it's not possible that we're going to be able to do that with the limited time and resources we have. But what they do allow us to do is you can extend these out to 6 families with small children. So who are the families that you'd like to extend these out to so we can get them out to them? Okay, your brother Matt. Okay, next one. Phone number. What does he do? How many kids? Okay, the next one. You said your sister Katie. How many kids does she have? 2? Okay. Phone number? And city? Okay. Next one. Your brother Bill. Has he got a wife? Okay, Michelle. How many kids?
3.
3? Okay. Phone number?
315-487-4704.
I think you can go to the next part.
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, the referral's not the important part of this.
Okay, next one is Hour of Power. Okay, Matt and Nicole, so here's what you qualified for. This is called the Premier Family Care Plan. And if you choose to enroll in this, your contributions to this are $38.22 a week. Now, why on earth is it $38.22 a week? It's based on what they call the Hour of Power principle. So the idea is you take 1 hour of your work week and pay yourself first. Then you take the other 39 hours plus overtime and you do whatever you want with it, but you can sleep at night knowing that all your gaps are filled in and you're protected. So if I was to permanently put you on a 41-hour work week, are you going to go out and buy your dream car with that 1 extra hour? Probably not, right? If I was to reverse that, take that away, are you guys going to sell off everything you own to make ends meet around here?
No.
Probably not, right? So that's where they came up with the $38.22. They want to make sure it's affordable for you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Next one is freedom of choice. Let me ask the two of you guys a question. Have you ever been on the financial side of arranging a funeral before?
No.
No.
No? Okay. Well, funerals typically cost about $14,000. And what most families don't realize is that life insurance isn't handling the cost of these the way it used to. The way it used to work was, Matt, if something were to happen to you, Nicole, you would take that $50,000 policy that he has, hand it over to the funeral director, and that would serve as collateral until the life insurance check shows up. Well, it doesn't work that way anymore. Also, insurance companies used to have 24 days that they had to pay on your policy. Now they have up to 60 days that they can hang on to it. Why do you think they do that?
To make sure it's not fraudulent.
Nope.
Right.
It's because of interest.
Wow.
Millions and millions of dollars they make off the interest. And that's why so many families get burdened with out-of-pocket costs when it comes to funeral time. The other thing that's happening is there's two companies going around buying all the funeral homes and cemeteries across the United States and Canada. One is called SCI out of Texas, and the other one is called the Alderwoods Group out of Canada. Their goal is to become the Walmart of the funeral industry.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Now, the only reason I mention this is because their corporate policy is they want 50% of the costs up front. Now, I don't know what your guys' current financial situation is, but most families I sit down with don't have $7,000 laying around for a funeral. And the ones that do, they're going to want to use that money because of all the bills that come in afterwards. So the way this works is, Matt or Nicole, if something were to happen to Matt, it could be 50 years from now, it could be tomorrow, God forbid. It could be cancer, disease, anything in between. You're going to take this to any funeral home in the United States, and they're going to accept it. In fact, they love it because it's backed by a bunch of big, powerful unions like yours, so they know they're going to get paid. So you say you wanted that traditional funeral earlier. Say that costs $15,000. You're going to open this up right here, write $15,000 in, fill out the arrangements, sign as the beneficiary, and that's it. There's no out-of-pocket costs whatsoever, as long as you keep his funeral under $37,000, and Nicole, Matt, you keep Nicole's funeral under $37,000. Now, those are two very important numbers, because when you leave here tonight, the funeral director is going to call this number right here. He's going to ask us two questions. Are you enrolled in the program? Which tonight when I leave here you will be. And the second is, how much money do you have to work with? Now if we told him you had $37,000, how much do you think that funeral would magically cost?
$36.99.
$36.99. Probably more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't work that way anymore. We don't allow it to work that way anymore. What we do is we never reveal that number, and we ask that you never reveal that number. So we'll simply pay them the $15,000 and cut you a check for the difference. It's the most cleanest, compassionate way to take care of what's going to happen to all of us. It's kind of like a prearranged funeral. Have you guys heard of prearrangements?
Not really.
No?
No.
Well, they're great in concept, but a prearrangement can cost up to $100 a month, and it only has the amount of money that you've put into it. This is permanent and portable. You're not locked down to any one funeral home in the United States. So do you see how important it is to have your guys' funeral taken care of?
Yeah.
Why is it important to you?
Because I know she's not going to have to struggle with my funeral.
Right.
Why is it important to you?
Because without him here, I don't know how to pay for anything.
I know.
You guys are so sweet. Okay. And last one is hospital supplements and clothes. Okay, so this last portion here is called hospital supplements. It's our living benefits. It's why most families actually enroll into the program. So I'm going to quit getting you guys killed now and just get you hurt.
Okay.
So this first portion here is if you were to be killed in, or if you were to be in any kind of accident, or if you had to go to the hospital for any kind of accident, say you get a cut that needs a tetanus, or a cut that needs stitches, you need to step on a nail and get a tetanus shot, a bad reaction to a bee sting, a sprained ankle. This is going to pay you $200 every single time you go per occurrence, and it's unlimited. You can use it as many times as you need. So say you go 6 times a year, that's an extra $1,200 in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think you guys could use $1,200?
I mean, she needs shoes.
Yeah,
She
you
needs
need my
shoes.
shoes.
She loves them shoes, huh? Okay, so the next part of this is really crucial. So say you're going down to the store to get a gallon of milk and some idiot runs a stop sign and smashes into you and you need to be hospitalized for 10 days. This will pay you $400 a day if you were to be hospitalized. So in this case, say you need to be hospitalized for 10 days. That's $4,000 of completely tax-free money. Doesn't go to the doctors, doesn't go to the hospital. Check comes to your house in your name. You think you guys could use an extra $4,000 in a time like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you could. Now, say it was a little worse than that and you needed to be in the intensive care unit. This will pay you $800 a day for up to 14 days. Now, they cap it off at 14 because if it was a little bit worse than that, things might not be looking too good if you're in there for more than 14 days. But you don't lose the benefit. It just reverts back to that $400 a day.
All right.
Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
This bottom portion here you can get from companies like Aflac and Aetna and Combined, but it's expensive. They want like 60 to 80 bucks a month just for that the bottom portion right here. And it's strike and layoff proof. We'll pay your premiums for up to a year if you go out on strike. And also, God forbid, if you were to be laid off, we'll pay your premiums for up to 3 months if you're to be laid off. What insurance company in the world do you know would do that for you?
No, nobody.
I mean, if you called your car insurance company and said, hey, we're going out on strike, can you help out with my premiums? They're going to tell you to take your car off the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this last option I have here for you is option A, which is everything I just showed you in the program. Or option B is blah, 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 blah. You get all of this hospital coverage, all this accidental death and dismemberment, child rider, your income's protected, both your funerals taken care of for the same price as pizza and wings a week. So which option works best for protecting your family? Option A or option B?
A.
Probably A, yeah.
A? Okay, great. That's what most families say. All I need you to do is grab your driver's license and your checkbook because your coverage starts conditionally tonight.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
it, right?